Not looking forward to it, y'all. I figure I would hop on real quick and just say hello. And it's probably about all the connection that may happen today on here, and figure out how everybody's doing this morning. I know we're going to be tired after it's all over with. I'm going for moral support. I've got my coffee, and my mom's driving, and we're gonna see. Cheers, y'all, in the morning anyway. So I hope everybody had fun yesterday, just chit-chatting and putting away my yarn, and just connecting. That was the purpose of it. The purpose was connecting, and the power of connection is there, and it's real. And we don't have to do this world and this life we call by ourselves. God didn't ask us to do that. Oh, no, that is not happening. The sun is way too bright. God didn't ask us to do it by ourselves. He asked us to do it with people. He asked us to fellowship with people and be there for each other and, help each other and serve each other. And when we're doing that, what Spanx talked about last night was when those ants are coming, if you stop thinking about yourself and start thinking about others, it changes things. It really, really does make a difference. A lot of the crochet projects I'm doing right now are not for me. I don't really do a lot of stuff. I have several pieces of yarn I'm going to be doing because they're special and I want to be able to do them for me. But a lot of stuff I'm doing is basically because I want to do it for somebody else. Our cousin is having a baby, so I want to do a blanket for them. And we have somebody in our church that's having a baby, so I want to do it for them. And I've got Tommy's blanket. I'm doing it for them. I'm doing Reese's poncho. I'm doing it for her. And so when we step outside and we serve other people, I'm going today to serve my daughter, then you really don't have time for those ants to come in and start playing with your head. And they happen to everybody, whether you're somebody that is using drug food. I recently went to the store and mint chocolate chip ice cream was on sale, and I got a container of it. And I figured out with the move, it just sounded good, and it was. And I just had a little mug full. But I realized the next day that was calling my name throughout the entire day. And about 5 o'clock, I went and had my second cup, and that was it. And I knew that was not something that I could keep in the house on a regular basis at all. We have a friend who would go to the store and get it, and she'd be able to have a scoop, and that would be it every night. I can't do that. If there had been two, I probably would have had one at 5 o'clock and another one before I went to bed. It literally was in my head, ooh, that sounds good. Ooh, that chocolate chip ice cream. Ooh, ooh, ooh. And it just goes on in your head. But when you're focused on something else, and you're serving somebody else, it really gets your mind off of it to a degree. But also not having those things around and associating with your, former past and those people that triggered that is also another really, really good thing to do. Have your connections be positive. Have them be people that are going to have your back. Have people that you can call and talk. Purpose of it. That's the main purpose of it. It's the purpose of this channel. It's the purpose of the lifeboat. Connection is there. Sorry, I've got to wake up. I don't do mornings well. Never have. Ask my mother. I'm not a night owl per se as Cricket is, but have you seen those? What was it? Those shorts, and the whole bed is moving, and it gets the kid out of bed. Yeah, she could do about anything. And I was not a morning person. I'd have been more than happy if school had been in the afternoon. I probably would have done a lot better too. But she tried everything. She turned off lights. She did everything. It didn't work. Still to this day. You turned off my power in my room at one point. You were just like, get up out of bed. I'm like, I don't want to. So anyway, but let's just not forget the power of connection. It's there, and it's so important. There was a gentleman that came in the chat as I was putting away the yarn yesterday, and he said, but not really, yarn isn't really my thing. And I said, that's fine. You're in here, you're connecting, you're chatting, and I hope you come back. You don't have to be here, enjoying the yarn. There's people that were in there that were enjoying looking at all the pretty yarn I have. I've gotten a lot of it on sale, but I said, as long as you're respectful, as long as you're not cussing, I'm fine with it. If you need to chat, that's what this lighthouse is for. Come in and chat. Come in and meet people and connect with people. That's the purpose of it. And I think that we're all kind of relearning COVID. Hey, Kristen, how are you? It was good to see you last night, and I can't say that it was hard to watch you eat that Vegemite, girl. I'm telling you what, you're brave. You're brave. My husband said, I give her a lot of credit. It couldn't get past my nose. I don't know how you did it. Please don't do it again. Please don't make brownies. I beg of you. Throw it in the trash. It's okay when something doesn't taste good, and it's okay to let it go. Don't make me sing that song. My daughter hates that song. It's still on your desk. Use it as a paperweight. I know this girl is not trying it at all, so don't send it to me. Anyway, just remember, I'd be afraid to touch it too. Just remember the power of connection. Remember the power of laughing. I don't want everything on this channel to be serious, and we have to have those serious topics. We have to have topics that are not very easy to talk about because we've got to shine light on them. But let's just not forget the power of just laughing and just coming on and just chit-chatting and laughing and having fun. It doesn't have to be serious. Good night. Couldn't take that. I enjoy laughing and I enjoy having fun. And for those that are praying for me today, I appreciate it. I will get through this week. I'm going to be tired. So is my mom. What we do for our kid. I was sitting there as I was putting my yarn away last night thinking, boy, I gave up the cabinet in the house. What we do for our children. So we don't know what we're going to be facing. I don't know what is going to be facing, but we'll see. We will see now, won't we? But anyway, just let's not forget the power of connection and the power of serving. And I think that was a very unique perspective last night that Spanx talked about, thinking outside yourself. And I thought, I'm doing that. I really enjoy doing crochet projects for other people. I do have my hat that I've done because my other hat got lost. I have this that I did for myself, but I don't do a lot of crochet projects for me. I do it for other people because it makes me feel good. And and when I give it to somebody, and I love being a part of when they get it. I just love watching their face if I can. But if I can give it, when I give that blanket away, or when I give that hat and scarf away, which I only make one hat pattern and one scarf pattern, that's it. I love blankets. When I do that, I really, really love it. It just warms my heart because I know that they've helped me by being able to stay out of pain. And also, I've helped them and I've made them feel good because they've gotten something that was a homemade gift. and some degree crochet has become a lost art. I think some degree in blankets. We can go out and buy a blanket at Walmart. I can go make a blanket that may take me 2 months to do for $60, but it means so much more. Yep, he did great. He's slowly, it's like I said yesterday, we got to give him time. He's got to get his feet wet, and he's got a different style than Tommy does, and that's not okay. Or wait a minute, it is okay. The coffee, if Spanx is listening, the coffee has not hit yet. I meant to say, it is okay. See? Until I finish this coffee, brain don't work. It is okay if he does it differently. It is good for the crew to have change happening and different people coming in and different perspectives of things. It is a good thing. Yes, he did. Absolutely. He did with me. And Tommy would have a different perspective on it. And that's fine. We all need to look at things from different things. My mom told the story about an elephant, and if you put several blind men around each part of the elephant, one person's going to feel the rough skin, another person's going to feel the trunk, another person's going to feel the tail, and if you think about it, they're all going to feel something different. Hi, Rhonda. They're all going to feel something different. They're all going to feel, one's going to feel a tail and it's going to have fur on it. The other one's going to feel the rough skin, and the other one's going to feel the trunk, and all the different parts of the elephant, but they're all part of the elephant. So we have to look at different perspectives, and I think it's a really, really good thing. I think he did an amazing job, and once I finish this, my brain will start to work. So hopefully. My mom's right, hopefully. Because I knew the minute I said it, I'm like, nope, that's not what I mean to say. It is. But the sun's out today. I'm thankful it's not raining. But I'm not looking forward to the rainy season, I can tell you that. The stormy weather. Not looking forward to it. So it's a good thing. And I think we need to realize that when we're dealing with change, we're going to get nervous about it. I think there's people that are not going to be able to handle it, and that's fine. But I just really encourage anybody that's, I can't handle this change. Don't lose the connection. Don't lose it. It's too valuable. It's too important. I think for our mental health, if you're dealing with sobriety issues, it is just way, way too important not to connect. Yes, she made me laugh too, Rhonda, hysterically. I wanted to jump through that screen and say, "Let go of the Vegemite." The minute she put it in her face, or in her, in her mouth, not in her face, but the minute she put it, see, I can't talk today. The coffee hasn't hit yet. The minute she put it in her mouth and her face said it all. I mean, her face said it all of how it was. I was like, she's braver than I am, because it was not I'm not trying it. We're going in March. They have May. My brain. In May they have the Greek festival, and I go to that with great love because the food is amazing. We have a local Greek restaurant that helps with it, and I mean, the food is just the spanakopita and the pasticcio and the baklava. I know a little Greek, but yep, she was braver than I am. And they have, I don't think I can pronounce it, maybe my mom can. They have these little donut, they're like donuts, and they fry them, and they're coated in this honey glaze. Oh my goodness, they are so good. And once a year I have them. Oh, they are so good. I cannot pronounce the name. But, I mean, the Greek food is just amazing. I should make a moussaka one day. But I have to make it. The thing is, there's like a bechamel on the top of it. And I have to make that without using Parmesan cheese. Because my mother and I are sensitive to that. She's more sensitive than I am. So I have to make it without that. So, you know, it's a good thing. I encourage everybody, please, just stay with the course. We'll get through the change, and we're going to be better on the outcome of it. Oh, it is. Greek food's my comfort food. I grew up in a house full of Greeks. My grandfather was Greek, and I called him Papu, which is grandfather in Greek. And, you know, I'm telling you, the Greeks know how to cook. And there was food all the time. I have a recipe for Greek meatballs. I could probably do it with y'all one time. But it's different. And the reason why it's different is because a lot of Greek food, a lot of their meats especially, they will add cinnamon to their meatballs. And so you cook these meatballs, and they're Greek meatballs, and they're cinnamon. So they're a very, very different taste than your normal Italian meatballs because they've got a cinnamon in them. Now, my daughter doesn't necessarily like them because they're different to her. Even though she likes cinnamon, she doesn't like the taste of them because they're so unique and they're so different. And then what you do is you cook them, and you cook them in tomato sauce. And, oh, they're so good. So they've got a tomatoey sauce, and they are so good. My grandmother used to make manicotti using crepes instead of using the regular noodles. And they were delicious. Oh my goodness. She made the best manicotti. She wasn't Italian, but she made delicious manicotti. But she would use it using crepes instead of using the pasta. But the meatballs are delicious, but they're different. I can guarantee you, Kristen, they are better than Vegemite. That I can guarantee you. And maybe one of these days I will get the stuff for it, and that may be a very interesting thing to show you how to make them. Put the ingredients together, the Greek meatballs. But they are so, so good. My son-in-law likes them. But Christina wasn't. There was just different. You know. And she's like, I'm not sure about this. But again, it's change. And for most of us, change is not something that it's difficult. Some more than others. Especially if you're running on the spectrum. Change is very hard. And I think that it is good if we can do it and do it well. And remember that the best way to handle change is together. It's not apart. So anyway, if you haven't subscribed, I know all my subscribers are here. Can we understand YouTube analytics just for a minute? I posted a really cute video with yarn yesterday with a short. It's gotten like 1.2K views, and I picked up a couple subscribers. I'm like, does this make any sense? Of course, I have not gotten as many views as Miss Mocha. She has two shorts I've done that literally almost, one has 10K, the other one's getting up to 10K. That dog's a superstar. So anyway, I'm just like, can we understand analytics? So I'm planning to do something that just to have it out there, because if people click on it, that would be great. Just to say, you know, the importance of subscribing. It is so important to the person trying to grow it. But I'm almost at 360, or I should say we are. So anyway, I just wanted to encourage you all today. You know, just stay with the course. We got this. We got it. You know, we've got the support. It's lined up. And you know, I'm just I'm grateful for all the people and the friends I have made. And we are on 30, which is not too bad this morning. I still don't like the highways, or the byways as my husband wants to call them.
We need to text Christina pretty soon and let her know we'll be there about 10.
I got to text my daughter and say we're going to be there.
So she knows when to be ready.
Let's see. Oh, and by the way, before I forget, on my Other's Keeper tonight, let me look that up so you all know. We will be there about 10. Before I forget, let me tell you when it's going to be. I don't know how she's going to do it. She's got to be exhausted. Got a tough kiddo. A tough kiddo. Let's see. Let me look here. She will be on at 6 p.m. tonight. I think it is, usually it's 2 hours behind. It's 8 p.m. my time, Eastern time. But she will be on, because she's in Canada. So Christina will be on tonight, I think at 8, talking about depression. So on my Other's Keeper. So if you all can, please be over there. I will be over there as a mod. You may be multitasking. But she will be on tonight at 8 p.m. talking about depression. She has struggled with that. It really hit for her after the passing of my grandmother, which was her great-great-grandmother. Or her great-grandmother. Brain work. And that really hit right after that. And it also was really difficult when Jordan passed away, which was her service dog. So she will be on tonight talking about depression. And talking about the struggles about it, and how difficult. It's funny because fibromyalgia should have depression with it. I don't really tend to suffer with it, and the last time I took a depression medicine, I was so grumpy with everybody. I was like, nope, I'm not doing this. I was on edge. I was just like, I felt like I was on a boat. It was not fun, so I am not doing this. Nope. So, there are times I do get depressed with the pain, more just because of the pain. Yeah, it's 6 p.m., but I think she's in Canada, so if you go, she may have done a schedule for it over there. I'm not sure if she did. But it was hard. But if you can sit there and do it or stay connected. And I can tell you that part of her story has a huge, and I'm going to let her tell her story, but there's a part of it that connection was literally a lifesaver for her in so many ways. And by being connected with others and them knowing her enough made a huge difference. And I know for myself, I can say, listen, Kristen's one of my peeps. I can say, listen, I'm not in a good headspace, or she'll just know from the way I'm, messaging back and forth. And that's really, really good. That people know when you are not your normal self. They can tell. And that was another thing Spanx was talking about last night. About, when you're going into relapse, people can tell your change. in personality and difference, and they can maybe help you if they know you well enough to get you there. You have to help yourself, but they can maybe help, turn the direction, turn the tide before you go down in a place you shouldn't be down. And that's why people, oh, that's okay. I understand. Oh, everybody on my channel is my peeps, but I've got people that I can lean on, and I'm very thankful. And it's not that I didn't have my family. I do have my family, and they're absolutely 100% amazing. And I love my husband, and I love my mom, and I love my daughter. But there's a lot to say about friendships, and a lot to say about people that can come beside you and know you and take the time to get to know you. Then those tapes start to get, those tapes and the head starts breaking up. And when you start going down that rabbit hole, they can say, like the day I wanted to go in the closet and just escape and forget I existed, there was multiple people that came and said, no, sorry, we love you too much. We like you too much. You can't do that. Even though that's what I wanted to do, my friends wouldn't allow me to do that. And that's amazing. And I haven't had that for a very long time, and that meant the world to me. And but it takes time to build friendships and connection, and it can sometimes be nerve-wracking and hard to do, and sometimes we don't know how to do it. But if you don't do it, then you'll never know. I didn't know what I was doing when I first went live. I still don't think I totally get this YouTube thing. I don't think I ever will get it. But if I didn't do it, we wouldn't be here now, would we? I wouldn't be sitting where I am. And I'm thankful and I'm grateful, and it's just, I sit back going, thank you, Lord, every day for the community you're building and the people you're putting in my lives, and you all are in my prayers every solitary day. So anyway, the trees are starting to come back. The green, I'll flip you around for a minute. There's a little bit of Ohio with the sun shining. Rhonda says, my depression really kicked in when COVID hit. I can't get into the care home. I couldn't get into the care home to see my mom and dad. So having counseling and PTSD, counseling for PTSD from that power and connection is incredible. Absolutely. There's a little bit of Ohio countryside, y'all. And Rhonda, I get that. I absolutely get that. My dad was not in a nursing home. He was able to be home with us as he dealt with dementia. But the last 2 years of my, not 2 years, the coffee's working slowly but surely. The last 2 weeks of his life, he had to go into respite care because, hello, full of hope. Because that's fine. Go take care of your work, Kristen. I appreciate it. The last 2 weeks of my dad's life, he had to go into a respite care because we all were dealing with COVID. My mom winded up in the hospital, and I can tell you that I had to work through that through therapy recently because I felt very guilty. That they said to us, now mind you, it's the end of December, it was cold. My mom got back from the hospital December 31st, and so we couldn't go to the nursing home. They would not let us in. It was hospice. They would not let us in because we all had COVID. And I wanted to be there. I wanted our family to be surrounded by my dad when he was leaving this world. And we couldn't do that. We had to just, he wasn't there. He had stopped being there. He had really stopped opening his eyes. They told us that. But when they took him from our home into respite care, and I just remember that was the last time I saw my dad. And I took it, and like my counselor said, there wasn't really much you could do about it. You couldn't do anything. You couldn't change it. Yeah, I get it. You know, I totally get it. And I wasn't there. And they called us at 12:30 on New Year's Eve or New Year's Day morning and said, he's gone. And none of us could be there. They said, you can come look through the window. Hi, Pajama Pixie, how are you? They were like, I'm tickled you could catch some of this. Oh, I'm so good. I'm so glad. If I misspeak today, it's because I haven't finished my coffee. But I just remember being very angry that I couldn't be there. That was really, really hard for me because I didn't want that. I wanted to be there. So if you're in counseling and you're dealing with the PTSD of that, amazing. Rhonda, absolutely 100% amazing. But also look from the perspective of the C, math. You didn't cause it. And what could you have done? And my counselor talks a lot about ruminating. And sometimes we'll ruminate, which is, if you think about the fields, they ruminate their fields and they tear them up so they can breathe fresh, air into the soil. And ruminating is not healthy for us. And so if you sit there and ruminate it over and over and over and over again in your head, it doesn't help. I know my dad knew that we were there. I know he didn't know he wasn't here anymore. He had checked out. I remember that we had a song, Elvis's song, Battle Hymn of the Republic, and they called us Tuesday of that week and said, we don't think he's going to make it to the end of the day, and I'm sorry for your experience, full of hope too. And I said, you don't know my dad. I said, if he could just make it, because at that point I thought I may lose both my parents at once, and if I just make it till my mom comes home, if he could just hold on. And she came home on the 31st, and on 12/10, as the fireworks are going outside on New Year's Day, I put on the the Battle Hymn of the Republic by Elvis, and I said, Daddy, it's time for you to go home. And literally, they called us 20 minutes later and said he's gone. I knew he knew we were all there. And there's nothing that I could have done. I couldn't have gone. There was nothing that I could do to change the circumstance or situation that was put in front of me. And he knew we all loved him, and he knew we were there, and that's all that matters. Well, I am so glad. I'm so glad, Pajama Pixie, I can be there. We're all helping each other. I could be sitting in a car. I know my mom lives with us, so I see her all the time. However, we often say we don't talk enough, even though we live together. And I'm so thankful to my husband that he says, nope, I got to take care of Chuck's girls and make sure they're okay. But I just thought it was important to hop on so that we could chit chat and I could open the lighthouse. Yes, he does protect our loved ones during that time. And there's angels that are around him and that comfort him. And my dad used to always say, God love him, I love you all and I will miss you when I'm gone, but I'm telling you, I'm looking forward to the day I meet Jesus. That was him. He was not, his hope wasn't in this world. It was in Jesus' hands. And I just remember playing that song and saying, Daddy, it's time to go home. And I had tears weeping down my face. And I don't know what it was. It was like, my mom I heard her footsteps down the hall like 20 minutes later. And I'm like, I know he's gone. It was just, I knew it. And I had that same experience with my grandfather too, my dad's dad. I literally woke up at 6 o'clock in the morning. I was sound asleep, and I just woke up and I said, something's happened. Couldn't tell you what it was. Something's happened. And my dad, I went back to sleep again, didn't think much of it. And my dad said to me, he goes, just to let you know, your grandfather passed away this morning. And I said, what time? He said, 6 o'clock. It was really weird. I just woke out of a dead sleep, and I said, something's happened, something's different. Couldn't tell you what it was, but my dad passed away in 2021, and I've had to work through it. And I had to work through it through counseling. But you're clear over here. I'm looking this way. You're still clear. But, we're not letting anybody suffer in silence. Saying that you're, dealing with depression. Pajama Pixie, my daughter will be on tonight with my other's keeper, talking about depression and the struggles with that. So you can check that out at 6 p.m. I think 8 p.m. Eastern time. She's in Canada. Well, we're all praying for you. You all are in my prayers every day. We all are praying for each other. We have to. We have to be here for support. We have to be here to, we're not doing this thing alone. I've recently said I'm done doing it alone. It's no fun. It's absolutely no fun. It's like yesterday. I could have said I could be out in the garage. I love looking at all my yarn that I've gotten on sale. I love it. But let me just tell you, it was much more fun to sit there out there with you all and put away my yarn than it would have been if I had been sitting out there by myself. I was able to chit chat and show off my yarn. I had so much fun yesterday. Let's not try to do this thing we call life by ourselves. My goodness. It's so fun. Do little things. There's a lady that I had the honor of meeting twice. I got to go to 2 of her shows. Her name is Jeannie Robertson. She is hysterical. The sun's coming from that direction now. She is hysterical. And in 2013, I'm going to do a show on 2013, my year in 2013, that none of us want to ever go through again. My mom we think 2013 is a bad word in our household. And I would put on her show, or put on a little funny clip of a story that she would tell. She was a great storyteller. And she'd have a funny twist about it. There's one sending a man to the grocery store, bungee jumping naked. There's just so many. And when I was dealing with being sad in 2013, when it was just like one thing after another, I found her. And I would play one of her stories and listen to them and laugh. I didn't care if I knew the story. I knew about sending the man to the grocery store. But I listened to it because it made me laugh. It made me chuckle. I know it, but it's good to be able to do that. Find something to laugh with. And her thing was always, there's humor in your everyday life. There's humor all around us. There's something to look for. If we start looking at the blessings in our life, like, you know what, I'm sore from Saturday, but we blessed a couple Saturday, and I was sore Sunday and Monday, but I had the blessings of being able to rest. And I went to church on Sunday, and then railroad tracks. And then today I can't do much, but I can be there for support, and I can be there. I can do a little bit, but I can be a blessing to my daughter today, and she will be a blessing to me, and I get to spend time with my mom and my daughter. There is blessings in when we stop looking at the negative and we look at the positive things. Start a journal, take a notebook and just start putting blessing, and it could just be one thing. Find something. I'm blessed it's not raining today. I'm blessed I'm able to crochet. It's a blessing this. What am I thankful for? What am I grateful for? And what you're going to find is as you do that, your list every day is going to grow more and more, because your focus is on the positive and what you're grateful for. And maybe it's just getting out of bed. Maybe it's just having a cup of coffee. It can be the simplest things when you're in the midst of a storm. A connection, somebody reaching out to you and just saying, hello, how are you? I'm thinking about you. Those basic things mean a tremendous amount. And so let's just keep connecting. Get on a voice chat with somebody and sit and have a cup of coffee. You don't have to even be there. It's really better if you are sitting on a couch laughing with a friend, but if you can't, be there. Somebody's doing a project and you can stop by their house, and maybe you can't physically do a lot, but you can just sit there and say, listen, I can't do that. I can't, maybe it's painting a room. Maybe you can't paint physically, but you could say, then listen, I can't do that, but can you just use the company? Can you just use the company? We had a friend of ours move from church, and they moved, and there was a lot of people that really couldn't help physically move the furniture. But you know what? They were able to help. They brought the meal. They brought the food. They fed the people that were able to lift. They served those people. They couldn't do the lifting. But we all had, there was a meal on the table for everybody there. Thank you, Pajama Pixie. I'm struck by how good you are at this. I sometimes feel like I'm not, but I appreciate it. Oh, the connection in your own way, yes. I did write Spanx and told him that when he starts opening time slots, I will be more than glad to do a time slot on the lifeboat and get back. I will be beyond nervous to do it because I will feel like I'm not. I will feel like I'm not adequate enough to get on there and do it, but I know I'm gonna have a lot of support when I do, and I'm gonna stumble, but I'm only gonna get better. So I just keep getting on, and I keep talking, and people keep showing up, and I'm so grateful for it. The people that are here are supposed to be here, and I'm thankful for it. Well, I'm very glad, Rhonda too, as well, that I'm here and that the lighthouse is here. Like I said, anybody needs that lighthouse on. I don't need to have my face on here. If Spanx can put a picture up of, a cat and everybody can chit chat, so can we. We can do this. If anybody wants to join the Lighthouse Beacons, it's below. Go on there. Check it out. Come on, Mary, I need the lighthouse on, and we'll turn it on and we'll just chat. We'll connect. I know it's not as good as in person. If you have the availability to go connect with people in person, do it. Don't just have, you're going to have the cheerleaders. Don't just have this as your only connection point. Add it as one of them. If you have the opportunity to sit around a fire pit with somebody this summer and chit chat, or somebody's painting a room, or somebody's doing a project and you can't do it, but you can just sit there and just chit chat, go and do it. Connect with them. Absolutely 110% do it and connect, because we can't take away that. This is not a replacement for being there physically in person connecting with somebody, because it's a different kind of connection. I know when I came back on Sunday from church, I there, there I wouldn't have been able to do anything. I have a set of comfy clothes I often wear on a Sunday afternoon. I wanted my comfy clothes. I put on my little mask that hides the sunlight, and I went to sleep for 2 hours. I was exhausted. And getting up out of bed was so painful from Saturday. I mean, it was just like, I'll pay somebody to get out of bed for me. I mean, it was just so painful. I wouldn't have been able to go out and do anything. And so having the ability to hop on my channel and not the Lifeboat and Kristen's channel and Cricket's channel and still connect with people and do that was so amazing. And so, so helpful, because I had to rest my body. I didn't have a choice. And I'm so grateful to all of everybody here that's just giving me grace this week, as I'm not doing my normal stuff. And I'm probably just more of just we're coming on and chit-chatting and everything, because I'm gonna be sore, I'm gonna be tired, and my body has to recover. And it's that simple. We've got to listen to our body. I think as a fibromyalgia patient, one of the best things I can tell you to do, amongst putting things in your toolbox like crochet and connection and all this kind of stuff, listen to your body. If your body is telling you to rest, then you rest. Now, Saturday, and I have a bad habit of doing it, is I push and I do more than I should do, and then I sit there hurting more, and I push and I push and I push and I push and I get through it, and then I collapse later. And it was just, all I was really able to do was kind of, they put stuff on these little things they had at the storage unit. I wheel them through, but you make about 10 trips back and forth to the storage unit with you're sore. And so the best thing I can tell anybody to do that's a fibromyalgia patient is you've got to listen to your body. It is really, really important. I did not schedule anything for Saturday or Sunday. I didn't, except for going to church. That was a miracle I was even able to do that. And Monday, Sunday afternoon, I texted my counselor and I said, I'm canceling. I cannot unpack anything else today. I'm done. I'm over it. And she totally understood. I'm like, I can't unpack. And I was done. Couldn't do it. And I didn't. I just allowed myself to rest. I didn't plan anything. I didn't schedule anything. The only thing I did was unpack yarn. That was it. Now today, after I get done, there is nothing else on the calendar for the rest of the week. And that's exactly the way it's staying, because I know I'm going to need to rest my body. If you need to lay down and have a nap in the middle of the afternoon as a fibromyalgia patient, then do it. Your body's telling you, you have to listen to your body. Your body will thank you later. Yep, but then you pay for it. Absolutely. I paid for it on Sunday. Whew. I paid for it Saturday afternoon, actually. Absolutely. You pay for it. You push through. And see, I get mad at myself because I can't do the things I used to be able to do. Then I get mad at myself, and that's the problem with me. Absolutely. But, if I get chills. I get, I don't know if everybody else gets it. But Tommy explained it best. Your body is hurting, so it's taking energy to be able to, it's taking energy so that it could work and function. And so I get these really cold chills. And that means whatever I'm doing, I have to stop. I have to go lay down. I usually have to cover myself with about 5 blankets, take my medicine, and lay down for about 2 hours until I warm up enough and my body is stopped doing the chills, because I'm exuding energy out to deal with the pain. And so when that starts, I have to either bundle up, or I have to, if I don't have the ability to go lay down, or I have to, go lay down and stop moving. And every doctor said, oh, well, you've got to move. Well, not when I'm doing that. Oh, nonsense. I have to lay down. It is just, it have to. If I can. If I can't, I, have a coat on me. I'm doing something to get my body warmed up, and I'm stopping for a few minutes. And if I'm paying attention soon enough, before I get to that stage, if I'm out and about doing something, I will take my medicine prior to that, so I'm not getting there. Rhonda says she understands my frustration. You want to do more. Want to do more than you can. Absolutely. Gentle hugs. That's what we give fibromyalgia patients. Lots of gentle hugs. Because they need it. And they need support. And they need to realize it's not all in their head. We've been told by family members and doctors, oh, it's all in your head. You're just imagining this. Oh, no, no, no. Believe me, this pain is no imagination whatsoever. It is real. It happens. It's there. It is debilitating. It's exhausting. And the best thing you can do is listen to your body and take care of yourself and do what you need to self-care. It's the best thing you can do. And, there's a lot of people on the boat that are dealing with fibromyalgia. And so if I can be on there to be able to help just talk about that and have the experience to help somebody through it, I'm more than glad to do that. So I'm going to get off here. I'll show you a little bit. This is, I don't even know where we are. We're near Worcester. Well, we're near that, but anyway, that's a little bit of Ohio. The green's coming back. We do live in some kind, certainly out from the boonies a little bit. I do want to go to the Cleveland Hall of Fame, though. One of these days, I will go to the Cleveland Hall of Fame. Rock and roll, but it's in Cleveland, not the Cleveland. I'm halfway through my coffee. I don't think it's going to work today, y'all. Anyway, the funny thing about Ohio is there's parts where you see it and you see Ohio, and then there's parts you go through going, that looks like Florida. Yep, the skies are absolutely beautiful today. So if anybody wants to, I can definitely use the watch hours. I think I have 400 watch hours. We're getting close to 500 peeps. I'm hoping to get there. Bean soup, April 20th, and white elephant. I'd like to know what that's all about. There was a sign, and it literally said, white bean soup, April 20th, and white elephant. Are they giving a white elephant gift with the white bean soup? Oh my goodness. So you have these parts of it that I go through going, that looks like Ohio or Florida. It reminds me of it. The flat land, and then you get the hills and everything.
Rural Florida.
Yes. No, not the city part of it, but there's a lot of farmland and all that kind of stuff around here. And we will go down to the Amish country. I'm going to look into, and if I do it, it's going to be brave on my part. I'm going to see about, there is a Shawshank Redemption tour bus, and I'd like to do that, I think, maybe for, as a gift for my husband for Father's Day, and see how much it costs to go on. But I thought that'd be pretty interesting. But if I go on a bus, that's something I don't deal with well, because somebody else beside my husband and my mom and my daughter are behind the wheel. But I may see if I can take you all along, and we could go through, and they go through all the little places that the movie took place and everything. So I'm going to have to look in that. They have a tour bus that goes around, and you'll see that around Mansfield. And I will someday. I'll just take you. I don't think I'll go into the prison. Maybe I will. My daughter wants to go there, but my husband went. But it'd be neat to go into the Shawshank prison and do a live from there, because it's literally like 20 minutes from my house. So I'm going to get off here, y'all. Have a blessed day. I'm glad I could come on and get you all to connect with each other. Please be connected throughout the day. We have so many places to connect, and even if it's not live, watching the replay is still connecting. Putting something in the chats, still connecting. And if you're struggling, please reach out to somebody, talk to somebody, get on the phone with somebody, video chat. We have so many ways of doing it without having to hand somebody your phone number. You can connect. It is there for you to be able to do it in so many ways. Let's make sure that we're connecting. We're showing the power of connection. And let's get through it together. We're not going to get through it alone. Only going to get through it together. Only way we can do it. We've learned that on the lifeboat, haven't we? The connections are there if we do it together, not alone. And nobody from this lighthouse crew is going to be doing it alone, because this girl will not allow it. So have a great day. For those saying a little prayer for me and my mom, yes, we need it. Absolutely. Love you all. Have a blessed day. And I put the thumbnail up because that was a picture of myself and my daughter, and it's to remind me of all the blessings in my life, but also that I need to appreciate where I am now, because even though I look back thinking I can't do the same things I did in that picture, I'm not that young anymore, I still am blessed, and I still can do things, and I can still be a blessing to people. I just have to remember that stage and that season of my life is gone, and I can look forward to the continuing next seasons of my life, and I get to do it. It is a beautiful day. Thank you, God, for such a beautiful day. And thank you for the friends that surround me. They're all amazing. And I love you all, each and every one. Stay connected and have a great day. And remember, count your blessings. They're there if you pay attention to them throughout the day. Stay connected, y'all.